Today we're talking about the evolution of TJ Hockenson. Let's talk Lions. Thank you for liking, for commenting, and subscribing. Welcome back to an all-new episode of Let's Talk Lions. That's right, today we're going to discuss the difference and all of the advancements that TJ Hockenson has made from the 2019 season to the 2020 season. We have seen a lot of growth in him. But first, there's more. Quincy Carrier is a Cleveland Browns YouTuber. I had the opportunity to be on his show and just kind of explain to Browns fans what they're going to expect out of Marvin Hall. Because if you don't know, Marvin Hall has been picked up by the Cleveland Browns. Quincy had me on his show. You can actually check that out. I'm going to pop a link to it in the description. Go show Quincy some love. He is awesome. His content's incredible. His fan base is incredible. So go check him out, give him a sub. And now let's break down the evolution of TJ Hockenson. So in the 2019 season, we had the 8th overall pick in that draft. We selected tight end TJ Hockenson. Now let's be honest, Matt Patricia was used to, on the offensive side, being able to watch somebody like Gronk play. Gronk could do it all. That guy was like a cyborg. You could tell that Patricia was looking at the offensive side of the ball for the Lions and wanted somebody who kind of replicated that Gronk style. So that's why we picked up TJ Hockenson. Now, unfortunately, Lions fans, we have what you would call a bad relationship, if you will, with tight ends. Ebron, I'm looking at you. There was a lot of chatter, a lot of murmur from Lions fans of the fear of what happened with Ebron, what happened with Hockenson. So let's break down some of Hockenson's stats. When you look at the overall evolution of Hockenson from the 2019 to the 2020 season, it's incredible. It's incredible. Hockenson has evolved as a tight end, as a consistent, effective player on our offensive side of the ball. In 2019, Hockenson only played 12 games. He was injured on Thanksgiving Day against the Bears. I think that was week 13. He only played a total of 12 games before that was it for him last year. So the reason I wanted to put this video out is because we have hit that mark. We have officially played 12 games, and I wanted to do a side-by-side comparison of his stats. You look at the 2019 season, after the Kansas City game where he tried to literally leap their defensive player in the secondary, he almost died, got knocked out, laid on the ground. I was like, Hawk's dead. He's actually dead. The camera cut away. It was actually a very frightening moment just as a human being. And so you could tell for the rest of the year, he played, I don't want to say scared, but he calmed down a little bit. He didn't go above and beyond like he was for the first 3-4 weeks of the season. So when you look at Hockenson's total receptions to targets, in 2019, it was 32 to 59. He was averaging at about 4.9 targets a game. And then when you break it down even further, he was averaging out about 2.6 receptions per game. He had a total of 367 yards. Averaging out at about 11.5 yards per reception. And lest we forget, 2 total TDs on the season. So let's take those numbers and compare it to what he has been able to put up this season. This year, only 12 games in, Hockenson is 52 for 77 receptions to targets. So you're looking at an average of about 6.4 targets per game, with an average of about 4.3 receptions per game. His receptions per game has doubled this season. And you might look at that and be like, oh, well, 2 receptions per game 2019, 4 receptions per game 2020. That's not that big of a difference. But it is. It really is. Hockenson is being trusted because, A, he only played 12 games last year. So far, we've only played 12 games this year. We have 4 more to go, and there's so much more time to continue to rack up these stats. So when you're looking at it, in 2019 versus 2020, he has doubled the amount of receptions per game, and he's increased at about 1.5 times the amount of targets per game. Those are some serious numbers. Those are some solid numbers. What that says is Bevel, when he was the OC, Bevel and Stafford both trust the man. He has come up in the clutch. You look at him a lot of times. We'll target him on 3rd down, Amendola or him if it's a passing play. He is one of those main targets on a 3rd down because he's big, he can block, he can get open. Hockenson has made some serious leaps and bounds. Not to mention this year, he has also already attained 614 total yards. Yeah. So from 2019, when he had 367, to 2020, 614. 367, 614 in the exact same amount of games played. That is a huge, dynamic difference that cannot go unnoticed. Hockenson has been a vital part to this offense, a vital part to Matt Stafford's success this year. And really, he is going to continue to be huge for the Detroit Lions. Look at the game-winning catch against Atlanta. He was trusted in the most crucial, most pivotal moment of the game. He's already got 5 TDs on the year, and he's averaging at about 11.8 yards per reception. Just look at this season. Against Chicago, he went 5 for 5. Against Green Bay, he went 4 for 4. Against Arizona, he went 4 for 7. Against New Orleans, he went 2 for 4. Jacksonville, he goes 2 for 5. Atlanta, he goes 5 for 6. Indianapolis, Hockenson went 7 for 10. Minnesota, he goes 5 for 8. Washington, he goes 2 for 4. Carolina, he goes 4 for 7. Houston, he goes 5 for 8. And Chicago last week, he goes 7 for 9. His completion percentage is through the roof this year in comparison to last year. Lions fans, all in all, what you have to understand is Hockenson was an amazing draft pick, and I stand by that. He can block, he can catch, he does everything he's supposed to do. Pretty much anytime I see the ball go his way, I'm not worried. Hockenson has offered so much to us, and I think that it can't go unnoticed. I think it's something that we all need to really take in and say, all right, Ebron, you were a bust, but Hockenson, you have done wonders for the Detroit Lions. The evolution is real. We are seeing him grow, and I think he's going to continue to grow. And not to mention, these stats are with 4 games left. Thank you for hanging out with me once again on Let's Talk Lions. Don't forget, Monday, December 14th at 4 p.m., I will be on the Gridiron Blitz's YouTube channel, streaming live, discussing whatever it is that we're about to see against Green Bay. I'll catch you next time on Let's Talk Lions.